In January 1959, 9 young university students from the Ural Polytechnic Institute in Soviet Russia began an adventure. They were skilled hikers and skiers. Their leader was a 23-year-old man named Igor Dyatlov. The group planned to ski to a mountain called Otorten, deep in the Ural Mountains. They smiled in photos, full of energy and excitement. They didn't know it would be their last journey. The place they were going was cold, dangerous, and remote. But they had trained for it. They carried maps, supplies, warm clothes, and a shared goal: to reach the mountain and return. The hikers moved through thick snow and icy winds. They crossed rivers, set up camps, and wrote in diaries. They even took pictures along the way. Each night, they built tents and cooked food together. They were happy, enjoying their time in nature. On January 31st, they reached a mountain called Kolet. The name meant Mountain of the Dead in the Mansi language, a native people who lived nearby. They camped there because a snowstorm had pushed them off their planned path. They set up their last camp on the side of that mountain. And then, they disappeared. When the hikers didn't return, their families got worried. Weeks passed. The Soviet army and volunteers launched a rescue mission. They found the camp, but something was very wrong. The tent was still there, but it had been cut open from the inside. Not unzipped, not torn by wind. Cut open, as if someone wanted to escape quickly. Inside, all their belongings were left behind: boots, jackets, even food. But there were footprints in the snow, barefoot, leading into the forest. Soon after, 5 of the hikers were found. Their bodies were half-dressed, wearing no boots, no jackets. Some were in just underwear, lying in the snow, frozen stiff. 2 were found under a tall pine tree. Their hands were burned, as if they had tried to light a fire. One of them had climbed the tree, perhaps to look for something. The others were found spread out, as if they had run from something in the dark. Their faces looked twisted in fear, frozen that way forever. Months later, in May, after the snow melted, searchers found the remaining 4 hikers. They were in a deep ravine, covered by snow. Their injuries were horrifying. One had a crushed skull. Another had broken ribs, like being hit by a car. One young woman was missing her tongue, eyes, and part of her face. But there were no wounds outside their bodies, no bruises, no scratches. The injuries were internal, powerful, and unexplained. The Soviet government quickly ended the investigation. They said the cause was an unknown compelling force. That was it. No clear answers. No full explanation. But rumors spread like wildfire. People whispered about military experiments, secret weapons, or radioactive fallout. Some said the government was hiding something. Even the hikers' clothes had traces of radiation. Other theories grew stranger. Some experts spoke about infrasound, low-frequency noise from wind hitting the mountain. It could cause confusion, panic, and fear. Maybe the hikers ran from something their minds imagined. But many believe it was something not human. Locals spoke of a Yeti or snow creature seen in the area. Some said the land was cursed. The Mansi people warned others not to go there. Then, there were UFOs. That night, people nearby saw strange lights in the sky. Could it have been aliens? The mountain Kolet cycle was feared by the Mansi people. They said evil spirits lived there. Animals avoided it. Even hunters would not go near. Maybe the hikers walked into something ancient, something that was sleeping. And they woke it up. Whatever it was, they tried to escape. But the snow was deep. The night was dark. And it caught them. Today, over 60 years later, people still search for the truth. Documentaries, books, podcasts all ask the same question. What really happened on Dyatlov Pass? Some believe it was an avalanche. Some say it was panic. Others are sure it was not from this world. But no theory explains everything. Why would experienced hikers leave their tent barefoot? Why run into minus 30 degrees Celsius cold without clothes? Why were some crushed inside with no marks outside? People still visit the site, still take pictures, still wonder. The Dyatlov Pass incident is not just a mystery. It's a story of fear, nature, the unknown, and something we may never understand. Some places don't want to be explored, and some truths are buried under ice and silence. They were 9. Young, smart, full of life. But something found them. And now, it's part of the snow. The trees. The silence of Dyatlov Pass. They'll subscribe for more true horror, real unsolved mysteries, and stories that chill the soul.